I'm really bad in guessing ages, to be honest. I just made the experience that many people who I'm playing with were younger than I always felt really odd. Is it Legion?
You can't always tell by people's voices. Yes, it's Legion. I need to mend and I'm on a gen instead. Wait, are you the one in the pink?
Yeah.
Oh, we have a witch with us.
I'm the bunny thing. Oh, where is the next gen?
Possibly in here.
I just really love the ears. They're so cute because they're like whipping around. So.
Uh-oh.
No, no, no.
He's coming here. We're gonna stick it.
How did he catch me up with my front burst, man? That was so greedy. Oh, we really have to be careful.
Oh, okay. That gen, okay, I was gonna say. It was like basically done. Jolt. My turn. You lost track of where I was. Probably no point healing.
Oh fuck. I did a biggie mistake. Yeah, there's the only reason to heal is when because of thanatophobia.
Yeah, but by the time we just press through the gens, it'd probably be the same thing because you gotta stop and heal the whole time.
Yeah, we also should split up against Legion. We should not go. This was really risky, but we got lucky because he was on the other Michaela.
I'm nowhere near the hook. Okay. I'm actually by shack on a generator. I just gave away my position.
He's on me.
No, I just failed a skill check. I've been doing that way too often. Well, I guess he's not near me. Someone coming for you?
No, not right now. But I think now the other Michaela's getting chased, the other is running away.
I guess I should head that way. Are they coming?
I think the other Michaela's coming from me. Yeah, she's coming.
You guys are healing?
Yeah, because she's dead on her.
Oh, now he's coming for me.
I will go save the other Michaela.
Well, I'm gonna get hooked all the way on the other side of the map. He left me to go back to you guys, so he's like, he doesn't want to be on this side of the map. And I guess because all the gens are on the other side now. We might have put ourselves in a bad situation with all the gens being on this side of the map.
Yeah, one the.
I don't know where they are. She's so loud. That's one reason to heal with Fang.
I'm sorry, Mickey. I love you.
What just happened?
Yeah, she was mending right next where I was chasing. So, not the smartest move, I would say.
No, I was healing this Michaela, and then all of a sudden, her healing went down to nothing. Alright, Legion's coming this way.
I'm dead.
There's a gen by the shack. I'm gonna get on it.
Oh my god, I'm on this. He's like nothing. That wasn't the best idea. He's now gonna turn me out.
He's stuck on this gen here.
The other Michaela's giving up.
What do you mean giving up?
You know he can see you in the locker.
How?
Killer instinct. When Legion is friending, he can see all survivors with it. His killer instinct is kinda OP. He can see when you're hiding in lockers or something like that. There you see, even when you give up sometimes the killer don't have mercy. But what's totally fine, I don't want you to judge this. Everybody has his own way to play this game.
So is it true that right now it's really killer-sided, like killer overpowered? Or are people just not able to adapt to the change?
I would say that it's... I wouldn't say it's completely killer-sided. That's... First, when after the update and I wasn't used to all this changes, I was like, oh my god, this game is so killer-sided now. And yes, killers are now more powerful. But I think killers needed a buff. Problem with this is when you got killers like Nurse, when someone is really skilled with Nurse. You don't have any chance to win this. Even when you're good. When you got like a Nurse main who can blink, got like the best blinks, you can't do anything.
Well, what about, I mean, can't that be said about a lot of the killers? Like, what could we have done in that situation with Legion? Or like, you could say it about a lot of killers, can't you? Like, let's say Clown with his bottles, when before in that other game when he was throwing them and then slowing us down and there was nothing we could do. And it seems like it's kind of like that with a lot of killers.
Yeah. My problem is that the killer, in my opinion, the killer can slow down with Call of Brian and overcharge. He can win when he plays this perks right. He can win easily. Also, the cooldown, the hit cooldown, I think it was very necessary. But I think I'm not in the position who can judge because I'm not playing killer many times. I practice with my boyfriend. I practice Huntress in custom games because I like to play Huntress, but I played killers for like months, and I got so bad matches that I felt so bad after them that I didn't touch killer again. I got so many toxic survivors. I played like 3 games with Huntress, and I got really good shots with her, but I got like 2 times I got a hacker in my lobby. I felt so cursed. But
I don't
yes,
know.
I would say now sometimes this game feels so unfair when you like playing it and you do your best and you can't do anything because the killer is kicking the gen over and over with Call of Brian and Overcharge. It's frustrating. And the thing that behavior where like, oh, we want to do something against the tunneling and camping, that's because why we want to make BT base kit, but the 5 seconds the killer just waited it out. And DS, after they nerfed it, is completely bullshit. No killer respects DS anymore. DS before the update was even for people who didn't use it good, because killers were so afraid of DS. But now they think, oh, it can stun me 3 minutes and I will catch up easy. And the
3 seconds.
The bloodlust, how fast it recovers now. You can just killers can just say, oh, I just bloodlust this and I will catch up easy.
Yeah, well, as a nurse, I never really was that bothered by DS because you could just blink right back. Yeah. As long as you know which way they went. But I feel like I go between games that it's like it's no challenge for me whatsoever, because it seems like it's just random survivors and they have no teamwork.
Skill-based matchmaking. They turned it off.
And then the next game, or like maybe not the next game, but like, you know, when I'm not expecting it, when I'm thinking, oh, this is just going to be another easy game, then I get a team of like a swift of survivors that are really coordinated and really good. And then all of a sudden it's like a lot more of a challenge and I don't expect it. So I think a lot of it has to do with how good, like I think really good swifts that are very coordinated and they know exactly how to run every killer, and there's multiple people on the team that can run the killer, and they know exactly when to do the gens and like where to go, and they're in communication. Those teams I think are probably chilling, and like they might lose sometimes, or like 2 people might die, but they're usually probably getting out, or at least a couple of them are getting out. But when it comes to like solo queue and randoms that are they're not coordinated and they're just average players, it feels kind of like helpless against an average killer because of, I mean, like, remember when we were playing against the doctor and they just kept shocking us and knowing where we were every time. So it's like, it's almost like, to me, it feels like every killer has their strength that can be really annoying. Like for me, like I hate going against Pyramid Head because he just spreads that like bloody lava stuff across the floor and he can stop you from looping them. The artist can just shoot the birds to the gens and the loops and stop you from looping. The clown can throw his bottles at the loops. Legion vaults everything and runs so fast. You know, Blight is like, Blight, Oni, and Billy are like zooming across the map with their powers. So I don't know. I don't know if like I agree that Nurse is so overpowered. With like, everybody complains about Nurse being so overpowered, but I guess I could say like if it's like a master nurse or god nurse and they're running double range add-ons and all the sweatiest build, then yeah, you're not going to have a chance. But unless you're a really, really good Swift, then maybe you might have a chance. But even then, it'll be hard. But how many of those nurses do you actually go up against? Like, I haven't.
It's not many.
Yeah, the one that I went up against, the one that we went up against today that had all those hex perks with all the aura reading.
Yeah.
That was one of the better nurses I've gone up against that I've seen from Survivor side. But honestly, like, I think I was the only one they killed. I think the 3 of you got out from that. So, like, when I go up against nurses, I usually don't see one. Like, I don't think I've ever played against one as a survivor that I felt was better than me as a nurse. And that's not to brag and say, like, I'm a great nurse. I just don't think that a lot of them are that good. But there are, I'm sure there are.
You just need offering, like, when you play against a nurse and you have, and you have something like, wait. On RPD, you can, like, really, you can play a nurse on RPD. You just run W into random rooms and it's hard for a nurse to predict where you go. But I think a game like this is hard to balance because everyone got his own strength. When you're good with a killer, then you can make this game good for you and can win. You can win against a good survivor squad when you're good with a killer. But when you're bad, of course you lose. So it's really hard to balance a game like this.
Yeah, it is.